in this game, I mean, how many people, let's start out with this idea. How many people are deathly afraid of Yaboa?
Never heard of him.
Of who?
Yaboa, the outside back. I mean, Yaboa looked like, honestly, like one of the best wingers in Europe in this game. I mean, he was just amazing because this is what happened. So, for those of you who are not on the YouTube channel, what we're just showing is that our problem, Pineda, is that we pinch in all the time. And even when we had 5 guys in the back, if there's ever a moment where you can afford to have a guy matched up out wide, it's when you have 5 guys in the back. Yeah. And at the very beginning of the game, before Lennon ever went forward, we started with 5 guys in the back. And I'll show it to you. I'll bring Lennon back because, in this particular play, we had this. And in the first few minutes of the game, we looked like this.
Mm-hmm. All bunched up, holding each other's hands.
Yeah, you might as well, you remember when you play Red Rover, and you hold hands and they send the other guy over, right? This is what we look like in this. And it's absolutely ridiculous because so what are the ways that you win the ball? Right? When the other team has the ball, what are the as far as I can tell, there are basically 3 main ways you can win the ball.
Yeah, well, there's an errant pass that you pick
right.
up.
So there's an intercept. You can intercept.
There's a good tackle.
A tackle.
And
or the other way that you can stop somebody actually is a foul.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So those are the 3 main things that you can do to stop the opponent. You can get a good tackle in, you can get an intercept, you can get a foul. Okay? So what we do all the time is we have this guy wide open, Yaboa out wide, right? And when you do that, right? When they play a ball out to him, right, there is no way to intercept that pass, right? Yeah. There is no way to get a tackle, right? Yeah. So the only thing you have left is either, as you get back out there, he starts to run at you. You can maybe get a tackle or a foul as he's running at you like here.
But nothing immediate. You have to you have to watch and assess and then go to the next chapter.
What kind of system allows them to get out of the back where nobody can get a tackle or an intercept? You have no possibility of this, right? And I'll talk about, there was a moment, we can just go over it many, many, many times. But in the 25th minute, we had all the midfield. All the midfielders are back. Columbus has absolutely nowhere to go in the midfield. Lennon is pressuring or whatever, and they just popped it right over out wide to that guy, to Matan, and Matan was going there all day. I mean, he obviously was well coached, but they said, hey, if you're ever having problem getting on the ball, we know that space is open, and he just drifted out here. And in that particular case where they were trying to get out of the back, the ball was sort of in here. They had absolutely nowhere to go. Lennon was actually sort of here. And all they did was just pop it over his head to this wide open guy.
Yeah.
And the other part is so frustrating to this is, like, in that case, all that effort in the midfield is for nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely for nothing. Right? So my point about this is, how in the world do we ever expect to stop anybody when we clearly give the other team an out where we cannot get a tackle in and we cannot get an intercept?
Yeah.
And we have nobody close enough to get an intercept or a tackle on that play.
And in this case, right, it's fine even if Lennon's up there pressing, as long as you have Hernandez outright pressing on the time.
So Hernandez in a 5 could be here. Now, he doesn't have to be like literally holding his hand, but now if he's here, right, then if they try to play it, now you have the possibility of an intercept. Right? Or by the time the ball gets there, even if they make a perfect ball, he's here, and now you can get a tackle.
Yeah, tackle or slow him down.
Or if he makes a perfect touch, first of all, you force him to make a perfect touch. Second of all, he's probably, just by having the guy there, he's going to turn around and play it back because he's afraid, right? And even if he makes a perfect touch, he turns, in this case, Hernandez, and he beats him. You're still close enough you can foul him, right? So you have, in that case, all 3 of the options for winning the ball.
Yeah.
And that's my point. We give those guys on the outside where they have 0 of the ways we can win the ball, right? And if you're going to have any kind of system, you cannot have anybody be able to make a pass out, and you can't have either an intercept, a tackle, or a foul. You got to have all of those.
Yeah.